have found solace and faith in the PDP as a vehicle to redeem the situation and give them hope to live again. No wonder our logo, the umbrella, is a veritable shade and shield for Nigerians and Nigeria as an entity. It is therefore a call to patriotic national service for all delegates to make the wise decision which will ultimately save Nigeria. Our presidential aspirants are nationalists of proven integrity. Even at the risk of sounding like a broken record, let me assure you that this exercise will be free, fair, transparent, credible, and just to all. Whoever emerges from this convention will be the choice of the people and will ultimately win the presidential election for the PDP in 2023 by the grace of God. I therefore urge our aspirants to approach the exercise with the spirit of sportsmanship. We must remember that the party is our bond. We are known for due process, for peace, and for unity. We must not compromise this at today's convention. I urge our distinguished delegates and party faithful to cooperate with us to ensure a smooth and successful exercise. We must rescue Nigeria, and the time is now. Long live the PDP, long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. PDP! Power to the people! Thank you, and God bless you.
We thank His Excellency General David Alechi Numak for that inspiring welcome address. Before I invite the National Chairman, it is my honor and privilege to invite to address this convention for 2 minutes the Chairman of the Board of Trustees of our great party, distinguished Senator Walid Jubril, to please step forward to the podium to address the convention. While awaiting the arrival of the Chairman of BOT, may I acknowledge the presence of my friend in this arena, the countryman governor, distinguished Senator Seriake Dixon. Your Excellency, we welcome you with superlative incoming. We are waiting His Excellency, the Chairman of the Board of Trustees of our party, Sarkim Fulani Walid Jubril, to please come forward to a very brief address to this convention. Distinguished delegates, may we have a round of applause for the grand old man, Sarkim Fulani, Senator Walid Jubril, the chairman of the revered Board of Trustees of our party, as he majestically walks up to the dais to address the convention.
the party, the elders, and all responding members that are here with me. On behalf of the BOT of our great party, I want to express our gratitude to the organizing committee for organizing this convention very successfully. I want to pray that this convention ends peacefully, and I hope the winner is going to come out today. And when the winner is elected, I want all others that have contracted to agree and accept the will of Allah, so that everything will come to our aid. And the PDP will continue to lead, will continue to be in the largest party in Africa. I wish you happy deliberation. I wish you every success. Thank you. Thank you.
Please, another round of applause for the chairman of the Board of Trustees.
Thank you for still staying with us right here at the ongoing Special National Convention of the People's Democratic Party, which is an elective convention for the election of the presidential candidate of the party. And we've just heard Senator Walid Jibril, who is the chairman of the Board of Trustees of the PDP, addressing delegates. And of course, we still have other delegates right here seated and listening to the party leaders ahead of commencement of the primary election. And it's going to be 774 delegates that will be having coming out to vote for their preferred presidential candidate, aspirant, who may likely emerge as the candidate of the party. And of course, we have about 13 aspirants right now of the PDP.
The chairman of the Board of Trustees of our great party, Senator Walid Jibril, the Deputy Chairman North, the Deputy Chairman South, members of the National Working Committee, Your Excellencies, the governors of the PDP, other members of Board of Trustees, all presidential aspirants, all dignitaries, and members of our great party, distinguished gentlemen of the press, fellow Nigerians. It is my honor and privilege to stand here before you to make this address to not only our great party members, but to all Nigerians. 6 months ago, this present NWC assumed office at the National Secretariat of the party, popularly known as Wadata Plaza. We had been elected into office about 2 months earlier. Some of our pledges to you were to unite the party, rescue the country from the grip of mediocrities, and commence the rebuilding process. Given that the party was in disarray and the country itself in a very bad shape, ours was a daunting task by all standards. But you didn't give us your mandate to make excuses. The trust you reposed in us was to get to work. And that is what we have been doing the past 6 months. One of the first things we did was to organize a national retreat. The retreat afforded the new leadership the opportunity to meet with stakeholders of all demographics. We brought resource persons who presented very incisive papers on various sectors of the economy, on security, agriculture, industrialization, job creation, human capital development. The retreat essentially nudged us in the direction of our roadmap and sharpened our focus. And from there, we have not looked back. In the intervening period, we have worked hard to unite, to rebrand and reposition the party. Knowing the place of ideas, innovation and research in party administration and governance, one of the first things we did was to revive the intellectual arm of the party. That is the People's Democratic Institute. I'm happy to announce that a repositioned PDI has been relocated to a serene and befitting place in Asokoro, and will commence earnest operation from there next month. We are also engaging critical stakeholders like the media, INEC, civil societies, and the international community. We have achieved varying degrees of success. However, we are humble enough to acknowledge that there is much work to be done. For instance, we have followed the time-honored PDP tradition of organizing free, fair, transparent, and credible primaries. We started with primaries of Ekiti and Osun states. Difficult as it was, candidates emerged from those credible processes and they await their ultimate victories at the polls less than 2 months from today. We followed up with free and fair area council primaries in the Federal Capital Territory. The result of that was the superlative performance of our great party in the council elections that followed. We swept the polls in their entirety. If in the end we were forced to share our electoral wins with the ruling APC, it is because we believe INEC failed its independence test. But it also means we must continue to awaken the electoral empire to its sacred duty of impartiality. And we have done fairly well in the by-elections that have held across the country. If we competed on level playing grounds, if INEC were resistant to external pressures, and if security agents did not militarize some of the election environments, your great party, the PDP, Nigeria's only organic party, would have done much better. But the by-elections serve as a very important point. They are a referendum on APC's misrule. The outcomes of the elections show that Nigerians want us back to power. And the reasons are obvious. Nigeria is now both the poverty capital of the world. Also, Nigeria is the third most terrorized country. The economy has collapsed. Government now prints or borrows money to pay salaries. Unemployment is about 35%. Government now shares sovereignty with terrorists. Bandits now regulate domestic travel, be it by road, by rail, or by air. The litany of wars is endless. So, the return of the PDP will be daybreak. Nigerians have woken up from the anesthesia of false premises. They have seen the limit of propaganda, and they want a return to development which PDP represents. Our focus is on 2023, but we see taking both Osun and Ekiti in the July election as our low-hanging fruits. The electoral triumphs from there will sustain our momentum, boost the morale of party members, and amplify our notice to the overwhelmed APC that PDP is coming. In December, when we took over, I urge you all to keep hope alive that with PDP, Nigeria shall rise again. Today, as I welcome all you delegates, observers, and stakeholders to our national convention, I repeat the same words to you. Don't lose hope. Don't give up on Nigeria. PDP is coming to the rescue. I wish all of us a very successful national convention, one that follows the PDP tradition of credible primaries. Whoever wins tonight, may our party, democracy, and Nigeria win. And may it be a big win for all of us. And by the powers conferred on me by Section 35 of the People's Democratic Party Constitution, I formally declare this convention open, and I thank you all.
PDP! Power to the people! The national chairman of our great party has declared the 2022 Special National Convention open. On this note, pursuant to Section 35, 5H of our Constitution regarding functions of the convention, I will invite the Chief Administrative and Accounting Officer, the National Secretary of our great party, the legislator at the state and federal level, who, while he was in the Senate, was Chairman, Senate Committee on Ethics, Privileges, and Public Complaint. He is Senator Samuel Nemeka Ayawu. He is to address the convention on state of the party. Distinguished Senator.
The national chairman of our great party, Dr. Yacho Ayo, and members of the National Working Committee, Chairman, Board of Trustees, and all members of Board of Trustees, Chairman, Governors Forum, and all governors here present, let me adopt and rely on the already established protocol by the Master of Ceremony. The state of the party presented by the National Secretary of the party today, 2022 Special Convention. It is my pleasure to present this report on the state of our great party to the 2022 Special National Convention in keeping with Article 36(1)(d) of the PDP Constitution as amended in 2017. In the last 6 months, the PDP has demonstrated to be a strong and growing party in spite of all efforts and antics by the ruling party to use the state's power to cripple the party. The party introduced and sustained reforms that has further endeared it to its teaming members and attracted new ones. The party took necessary steps to deepen internal democracy, created level playing field, while offering hope to Nigerians who have been victims of the disastrous misgovernance of the ruling party, the APC. Political performance. The party performances within the last few months is an indication of our expectation for the 2023 general elections. On our assumption of office in December 2021, the National Working Committee developed a strategic plan that will serve as a short, medium, and long-term roadmap to define and prioritize key areas of opportunity for the party going into the next electoral cycle in 2023. Our first political outing was the council election in Federal Capital Territory, where beyond expectations, the party won 3 area councils, Amak, Buhari, and Kuje area councils, and a total of 44 councillors. The party won majority of the seats in Gwagwalada area council that was purported to have been won by the APC. Administration. Introduction of tenders committee. For the purpose of transparency and due process, the National Working Committee established tenders committee, which is to be a standing committee with the mandate of receiving tenders for contracts in excess of the approval limits of the principal officers of the party and process them in such a way that the requirements of due process were met. Submitting recommendations arising from the contracts assessed to the National Working Committee for consideration and approval. At the National Secretariat was part of our vision in ensuring that the staff productivity are at maximum. Bearing this in mind, the National Working Committee reviewed remuneration/allowances of our staff and also carried out a staff audit to ascertain staff strength and competence. This has helped the administration in identifying staff with special capacities and posting of staff to appropriate departments and units. The National Working Committee is also in the process of reviewing the establishment manual scheme of service, which was suspended at the 87th NEC meeting of January 17, 2020. Directorate of Organization and Mobilization. This directorate has proven to be effective, committed, and dedicated to the actualization of its mandates. It uses efficient and seamless processes in carrying out its duties. The directorate developed an application, PDP nomination form management platform, that was used during the sale of forms for the 2023 election. The application warehoused detailed and accurate information of all the aspirants and can be retrieved with just a click. Directorate of Legal Services. This directorate has worked tirelessly considering the backlog of litigations. As an opposition party, we faced legal challenges both within and outside the party. In order to cut down the amount of money paid as legal fee, the National Working Committee engaged the services of 4 more lawyers into its workforce that will assist the National Legal Advisor. Directorate of Publicity. On assumption of office, the National Working Committee reinforced a dedicated publicity directorate capable of operating in both the new and old media space. The directorate under the National Publicity Secretary embarked on a very vigorous rebranding mission, which emphasized the vision and mission of our great party. The directorate also embarked on a robust sensitization of party members and the general public on the ideals of our party, particularly inclusiveness of women and youths. This was further expressed in the projection of the redesigned party logo, which conveyed the dynamism which our party represents in its march to rescue, redirect, and rebuild our nation from misrule. Directorate of Finance. The Directorate has lived up to expectations in the 6 months of this administration. Despite the financial challenges faced by the party as an opposition, the Directorate has been able to consolidate the financial transactions of the party satisfactorily. The Directorate, in collaboration with Audit Directorate, during the sale of forms for the forthcoming election, carried the staff along all through the process, saving huge sums that would have been paid to consultants. Directorate of Audit. This Directorate has, in the last 6 months, satisfactorily performed her functions. All official approvals and expenditures are subjected to Directorate before payments and implementation. Directorate of Women Affairs. The Directorate of Women Affairs organized and participated in many conferences, seminars, workshops, and summits with the intent of enlightening women to be engaged and participate in democratic and political activities in the country. Recently, the National Woman Leader organized meetings with the 36 states, 6 zonal, and 1 FCT woman leaders. She also organized a seminar for all the female aspirants in the country. The event yielded a lot of positive results, translating to an increase in the number of women emerging as candidates in the just concluded party primaries. Directorate of Youth Affairs. The PDP Youth Directorate recently organized meetings with all the youth leaders of the 36 states, FCT, and the 6 zones. This was to create awareness and increase youth participation in the affairs of nation building. To encourage youth participation, the National Working Committee reduced the cost of funds by 50% for youth between the ages of 25 to 30 years. This yielded positive results as the number of youths within that age bracket became actively involved in party activities, including seeking elective positions. People Democratic Institute. On our assumption of office, the People's Democratic Institute, which was established under Section 62(1) of our Constitution as amended in 2017, had become ineffective and no longer served the original purpose of being the party's intellectual and resource department. The institute is also currently understaffed. In an attempt to reposition the institute to enable it to provide the services it was established for, the National Working Committee provided a befitting office accommodation in a serene environment. National Working Committee is also in the process of appointing the PDI Governing Council and recruitment of qualified professionals from different academic backgrounds to run the affairs of the Institute. Conclusion. In conclusion, I wish to acknowledge and pay tribute to the chairman and members of Board of Trustees, also to our former vice presidents, state governors, who have remained strong pillars of support to this great party. Special thanks goes to our members in the National Assembly, former president, former vice president, former governors, former ministers, non-service senators, elders and leaders, all critical stakeholders, women and youth. We also thank the media, social, electronic, and print for keeping democracy alive in this country. I also sincerely appreciate our committed staff of the party, National Secretariat, for their loyalty and unrelenting efforts in ensuring that the policies and programs of the National Committee were adequately and effectively carried out. We have to also commend the security agencies and the international community for the role they are playing in seeing to the survival of democracy in Nigeria, despite the challenges. The PDP must pull together to rescue Nigeria from this dark spell that has befallen us in this country. Nigerians are looking up to PDP to deliver them from the APC's maladministration. May God bless the PDP and bless Nigeria. Thank you very much. PDP! I thank the National Secretary for that very well delivered state of the party. Your Excellency, the National Chairman of our party, Your Excellency, the Chairman of the National Convention Organizing Committee, distinguished delegates, we are now at the verge of concluding this program. May I now specially appeal to each and every one of us that the presidential aspirants are coming out now to address this convention. 5 minutes each. Please don't interrupt them. Hear them in silence and take time to appreciate the message they are about to give you. We have gone through the party records and we are starting in alphabetical order. 5 minutes for every aspirant. No additional 1 minute. We will be timing it very well. His Excellency, the Chairman of the Convention Committee and Governor Diri have provided the time. They will time it, and once the time is up, I will come with my fly whisk